are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the...
Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of Illuminated, DiiSCLAIMER. My name is Sydney and I hope you're doing very, very well with your day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I hope you're finding new beautiful ways to illuminate your path currently thus far. So what are we talking about today? Yes, you're right. We are talking about building unshakable confidence. Now, I'll be honest with you, that looked better in my mind than I think it did on the board, but don't worry, we are talking about building unshakable confidence. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of episodes about confidence. It might be on my other channels, it might be on my other pages, but confidence is very important, not just to portray yourself to the exterior world, but mainly because having confidence within yourself allows you to do whatever you want to do, including finding your personal legend. Let me take it down now. Let me take it a few years ago, yeah? I used to look at all these people on the TV screen saying, I want to be like that. I want to be dancing, doing all this, you know what I mean? I want to be doing all that, you know? I want to be these people who are getting all the attention of admirers, just being like, hey, how you doing? No, I'm saying. I wanted all of that. But I used to just look at myself, look in the mirror and just be like, and I didn't put the work in. As a result, when I would be in a situation where I'd taken the situation where I wanted to be in, where I wanted to have the most confidence, where I saw myself having that drive, that intensity which made people drawn to me, I didn't have that drive in me. I didn't have the confidence or the faith in myself to become that person. So then I realized that I had to cultivate something new, something spectacular. I wanted to be that person who was just all that and more. Like everyone would know who I am. And I realized that I had to make an alter ego, basically somebody who had all these aspects and more. And I thought to myself, okay, how can I do that? I know. How about I just get a piece of paper and just write down who I want to be? Just write down the skills, the attributes, how I can do it, you know. And this included affirmations. Just started doing affirmations about who I wanted to be before I went to sleep and when I woke up, and just making sure that after a while I really took in what I was actually saying. I am confident, I am confident, I am confident. You can say it 100 times, but then question yourself. Always question your answers instead of answering your questions. Do both, get a good balance in your life. And I said, Sydney, what does that mean? I am confident, I am confident. What does that truly mean? Confidence means that I show the world who I truly am. That to me is my confidence. I realized that last year, I didn't want to be the main character. I wanted to be the main character in my own story. I didn't want to be a side character in my story. That's long. I feel like everyone should be a main character in their story. But I said to myself, how am I going to do that? How can I get more confidence? How are the people who I see around me showing their confidence? And it's just, no matter where they are, they just have this air about themselves, this aura about themselves where they are so happy with what they're doing, no one can deter that. And I was like, that is a beautiful description of what I'm saying. I am confident. Just making sure that I go into a room and everyone looks, because everyone's just like, this person knows who he's about. And I could say, you're an idiot to this person, and this person will be like, and just carry on walking. And I was like, yeah, that's attractive, that's fly. 80s talk there. So I started doing a few things. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Hopefully it helps. And I'll just say, if you want to get yourself out there, the power lies within you. Everybody comes from different situations, so you can't necessarily compare yourself to another person. I would say you can cooperate with other people, learn what they're doing, how they're doing it, and from there, do your own version of that. And that's what I did. I mimicked people. I looked at other people and I was like, this person has got a lot of followers, for example. What is this person doing? What's their post about? How do they portray themselves? How do they speak? Are they articulate? Do they move their hands around? And I just started doing that. I started just looking at these people who I would say they were role models in a sense, because I wasn't comparing myself to them. I was actually taking notes of how they got to the goal. A lot of people want to work from the bottom, but a lot of people might have the answers. You just need to learn from them and find your own version of that success. You know, we are here as a community. This world, we're all human beings, we all have shared interests and goals, and one of these goals is making sure that the world can last for another 100,000 years, not just another 100 years. And because we're a community, coordination, cooperation, and this is what we need to do. And we need to be a massive community and help each other. And a lot of the times, we just need to help each other just by watching and learning instead of just writing and thinking. Another thing I did was I started putting myself in certain situations where I would get negative outcomes. For example, I would go to interviews. I wanted to get really good at interviews. I wanted to get confidence from interviews. So I knew when I had my job, when my job came, I could just sit down and the people who were interviewing me would be clapping by the end of it. They'll just be like, wow, Sydney's amazing. And that's what I ended up doing. Started going to interviews. At first I would sweat, I would tremble, I would be nervous. Started reading about interview tips online and started the question. But then I thought to myself, the most important thing that happened to me with my confidence when it came to interviews, just be myself. Just be myself. They're looking for someone who they can trust, they're looking for someone who's loyal, they want someone who can make the business better. And a lot of people are looking for someone who's got empathy. So I became vulnerable with them. I would say jokes, I would ask them questions, I'll flip it around all the times. I'll give my personal experience of how I'll do things. I talked about ways in the past where I learned from things, and I just make them see that I am someone who's multidimensional, multifaceted. You're employing me to be a bus driver, for example, but I'm showing you that I can be in head office as well, you know? And that just shows them, wow, like, this person's an asset, and that's what you need to do. Everybody who's watching this video, I'm talking to you directly, you have skills, you have confidence, you can do whatever you want in this life, yeah? And you can't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's what you do with unshakable confidence. You learn who you are. I used to just go on stage, try to perform a poem, and I'm like, before I do this poem, if you see me perform, you know, I'm like, boom, make some noise. I'm the type of person, I will just bring confetti out. And do you know why I do it? Because whenever I go onto the stage, the first thing I think to myself is, what will Sydney do in this situation? And Sydney will leave the audience wanting more. Sydney will be that one who's like, wow, there's something about that Sydney. I do the same thing when I'm like, oh, this woman, for example, looks kind of nice. I just think to myself, hey, what's up? I just say that. I'm not gonna chase, I attract. Chase, attract, chase, attract. Sydney attracts, Sydney doesn't chase. I know that I love myself and I'm working on that love, that I don't have to go to other people and just be like, hey, how you doing? No, I'm confident, and sometimes confidence means just letting people appreciate you, because a lot of us, we people please. We people please in different ways, and sometimes we chase someone who we think is attractive, and that can be seen as a form of people pleasing. If you don't resonate with that, or you want to have a counter, opinion, please in a comment. I like having situations and conversations about this, so please do. But in my personal opinion, like, as a serial people pleaser, I used to people please all the time. I just realized that me coming to women or coming to other people and appreciating them was me people pleasing, because I wanted this person to feel like they done really well. I wanted this person to feel like they're very attractive. But then sometimes I just want to have this energy for myself, because I'm like, what can I learn from these people? This woman is pretty, I could look at her and I could just be like, actually, who do I truly want? And this confidence also makes me think, well, you know what? I am imagining my person to be. I can imagine myself having that confidence. I am a very confident person. What do I truly want in a partner? Will these people who I'm looking at be the right partner for me? I don't want to chase 10, 15 women non-stop like I'm Johnny Bravo. I want to be someone more than that. I just want to have that one person next to me where we'll just be joined at the hip, just constantly affectionate. And some people might see that as an attractiveness, because if you are confident and you have that power, then trust me, people will start coming to you. And if you're looking for that one person, you're like, yeah, thank you, cool, you'll look more endearing. You will attract even more, trust me. So this is one of the videos that I'm doing about confidence, unshakable confidence. Please like and subscribe and share to your friends and family as well. Let's get Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER out there. But until the next episode, thank you so much for watching, and please keep on finding illumination in your life. Thank you so much.